Hello, students of 10th grade English. I'm Miss Thornbrue. That's how you say my name, or you can call me Miss T. Not a problem. Sorry, you are my last class to get up and running on Canvas, but we're getting there. Busy sort of week. I keep having students become online and then in class and online and in class, and it's taken me some getting used to. I was not here last semester. Mr. Olson probably told you that I was off on sabbatical. What that means is that I took some unpaid time off. And what a sabbatical is supposed to do is a teacher is supposed to go out and have an experience that, teaches them new things, enrichment. You can even do some travel, and learn new things and come back a better, stronger teacher. I decided years ago that I was going to plan and save for, and it turned out to be very good timing to take a semester sabbatical. Although I did miss having students. It gets a little boring. I moved to St. Louis for the semester, and I took classes from a university called Lindenwood University. I have the little, where did it go? There you go, the little pennant with the mascot, Lindenwood Lions. It's in St. Charles, Missouri. And I'm studying for a master's in writing. And since you guys don't get to be in the classroom a whole lot, I'll kind of show you the classroom. This is what you're missing. There's where you'd be sitting. Ooh, ah. The in-class students, there's about 15 in your class. Nice kids, went well yesterday. Enjoyed getting to know them. Okay, here is what you need to know. So you watch this video and then you can take a little quiz. It's super easy, and it has like ridiculous answers. It just shows that you watch this. The first question is going to be, what's one thing that Miss Thornbrue didn't do on her sabbatical? I didn't learn to dance. I didn't do that. However, I did learn to play the cello. I got to see Amish people and Victorian mansions and fall colors. I went to the Mark Twain Cave, the Indianapolis 500 Speedway, the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville. So I really got to actually travel and explore a bit more than you might think with COVID lockdown, and really had a good time. And then I did indeed do graduate school, but no dancing. So that is the wrong answer when you get to that question. So far you've seen in Canvas that right on the homepage it's going to say, okay, here it is, week 1. And for week 1, here's what I'm planning. I'm planning to have, maybe 3, it could be as many as 7 or 8 little assignments. Sounds intimidating, but, or 4 decent-sized assignments, a little warm-up here and there, to follow what we're doing in class. And then it will say, it's ready to go. And if it's ready, you go over into assignments. And I'm not even going to put things in modules. I'm just going to have that straight list of assignments. You can always just click on assignments and your work will be there, okay? But I like on that homepage you can get a look. Here's what's planned for the week. There may be 4 assignments, 2 are ready, 2 are not. I need to see where we get in class and then we'll post them, okay? I would like all of that work to be done by Sunday evening so that, starting on Monday, take a look, see what's planned, see what's available, keep checking back. Okay, Ms. Thornbrue is probably going to do one more worksheet for this week or one more video to watch. Make sure, but you'll know that it's coming, okay? And then by Sunday evening it should be all done. I'm kind of thinking that just like 4th term last year, I think you guys should do about 90 minutes of work per week, a little more, a little less, and that should be fine. Maybe 90 minutes to 2 hours of English work per week is what I'm expecting. When I do grades, I'm actually not going to do grading in that proficiency-based learning system with the standards. I'm just going to give the assignments points. So let's say you do a homework assignment and I give it 20 points. And let's say you get 18 out of 20. That's going to be 90%, A- or B+. Let's say you get 15 out of 20, C. Okay, and then your grades will calculate just as a percentage. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 90 is a B. We pass students at 50%. So basically, you do 50% of the work, you will pass the class. Okay? Some of you may have not had too many classes that are non-proficiency based. but hopefully you've had a few. I'm going to give you, online students, I'm going to give you a grace period of 1 week, okay? So whatever the work is for the week, I'd like it to be done by Sunday evening. Mark that as a due date. But then, let's say you have a bad week. I want you to feel like you've got a little extra time, but I don't want you to get too far behind, okay? So 1 week grace period I think works really well, okay? Other than that, I will take late work for half credit only, okay? So, stay on top of it, you'll be fine, but my procrastinators out there, there's always hope, okay? I'll take all late work for half credit, and within an extra week, full credit, okay? I haven't actually gone down. Mr. Olson's on the other side of the school, so I haven't gone down to talk to him. But I want to take a look at your grades from last term. In fact, I can look those up on your transcripts, just to kind of see how things went for you last term. Don't worry, I won't snoop too much, but get kind of an idea of maybe who's struggling, who my procrastinators are, and who just rocks it. You get up Monday morning ready to go, can't wait for English. Don't worry, you don't have to love English to do well in this class. It'll be just fine. Okay, so we talked about late work. Another thing I'd like you to know that if I catch you guys copying your work, and it even happens online, a sharing of documents, if I catch your work being identical, I do something weird, and I put a score in the computer of a 1.25. It's a very odd, very strange score. And I do that because it makes it not a 0. And then you know, and I know, and your parents know that I caught you copying. First offense will catch you a deal. After that, I just leave it as the 1.25. Okay, it was copied. I'm not impressed. Now, what are we going to be doing for the semester? A whole bunch of stuff, I hope. You've just come off of reading Lord of the Flies. And so I started, and I'm going to have you start by learning about satire. Satire is basically when you say something ridiculous, but you do it in a serious tone of voice. And it's meant, sometimes it's lighthearted and funny, ah ha ha, people are crazy. Sometimes it's really dark. So Lord of the Flies really is saying something ridiculous, something that really wouldn't happen, we hope. Saying something ridiculous, but in a dead serious tone of voice. It's not funny, but it's still satire and qualifies as dark satire. So but some of the satire is quite funny, okay? So I'm going to have you do one worksheet that introduces you to satire and has you create just a little bit, shouldn't be too bad, and that's all I need you to do for this week. This video, a quiz, and then a worksheet on satire. Very shortly, we're going to be starting this book. It's called The House on Mango Street, and it's an interesting one because it doesn't have a plot. It's an odd little book with very short little chapters. It's an easy read, but because it doesn't have a plot, I love doing it with sophomores because you've probably never been exposed to a book that's written in a postmodern style, very poetic prose, and this girl shows you little episodes from her life, and then it paints this whole picture like a mosaic or tapestry of her life. And it does have, kind of a thematic whole, so it makes a comprehensible read, but it's different, it's unusual, and it'll give you more ideas about how you can interpret life. Because she writes in kind of a poetic style, I'm going to have you guys practice making your sentences different and interesting. And so you too can write personal, expressive kinds of writing. There'll be some writing prompts to just draft. Okay, we'll work with sentence variety, and that does mean some comma rules. Okay, we'll work with dashes and fragments. And then I'm going to have you take the drafts that you did and probably take 4 of them, revise them, get them all typed up nice, and turn them in. We call it the vignette project, where you have 4 pieces of nice writing, and then you put a cover on it, a picture, a table of contents, and it makes a really nice final project. They're really fun to read. So again, this term, comma rules, sentence variety, personal expressive writing, a thing called showing versus telling. I might throw in some nice logical fallacies. I think you guys could benefit from that. And poetry. Reminding you what poetry is all about. Lots of stuff. 4th term, with you guys, I want to do this book right here. It's called Red Scarf Girl, a memoir of the Cultural Revolution in China Most sophomore classes are actually going to be doing the book Night, which is a Jewish Holocaust memoir, and it's deeply, deeply tragic. It's horrific. This one tells about a sad world event, and there is some suffering that happens, but it's more lighthearted than Night. Fairly easy read, some interesting things happen, and things to talk about. I think this will be a better, at least more uplifting, not as dark of a read for this pandemic year. And then we do creative writing, principles of good creative writing. Okay, and along with that, more vocabulary, and I'll have you eventually create your own world and then write at least a story beginning, like the first 2 pages or 3 pages of a story that may not finish. That's it. I don't really need to tell you any rules because you're not in class. So if you swear or you're on your phone, I won't know and I won't care. I tell my in-class students they may not make marker towers higher than 3. It's a very good rule. But you guys can make marker towers as high as you want at home. Okay, I hope I covered everything that you need to know. If not, let me know. You'll find me, I'm very, very organized, patient, I answer emails pretty quickly. I think you'll have a good positive experience. The class is good, steady work, but even if you hate English, I think it's very doable, not too rigorous, and most students end up doing just fine, okay? So hang in there. I know that January, February, March could be a little bleak. Hang in there, keep going, the sun will come out, we'll all get vaccinated, and hopefully life will return to normal. So email me with any questions, and other than that, have a nice day, and I'll have you now do your little quiz. Thanks. Okay.